Well, this week on the Men's Roundtable, we're talking about the Donald Sterling incident that's been plastered all over the news for the last week. If you've been living up under a rock, what's happened was the owner of the LA Clippers made racist statements that were covertly taped by his girlfriend. And we're going to discuss what our views are about this. So, Ted, why don't you kick this one off?
Let me ask y'all a question first. I'm gonna ask a question. I got a good question for this.
Okay.
Do you think his statements was wrong, as far as what he said? Because he was telling the truth, right?
It was about his society and community and all that.
No, what he was talking about, he was like, I pay for them to have the stuff they have. Basically, what he was saying. I pay for all these players to have all the cars and the houses, the stuff they have. He telling the truth, right?
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth, right?
But here's the thing. That everybody's all up in awe and saying, oh, he's a racist, this, that, and the other. But it's come out and it's been duly documented, it's been duly noted that this guy has been a racist all of his whole life.
I mean, he's a slumlord.
He's a slumlord. He's been pulling these same type of practices on his rental property. His wife has been correlated to these same type of practices. Now, you tell me this. All of us we have different opinions on things, but for the most part, we all pretty much like-minded. Would you guys agree with that? Now, we all know that owning the sports franchise and it's a good old boy industry. So, you tell me this. America, you tell me this. Is it not true that birds of a feather flock together?
I mean, you ain't even got to prove it's true because he said it's true.
He said it.
His main problem was that she was with a black dude and he has to go back and hear it from the people that he hangs with. I mean, who does he hang with?
Other owners.
Older white guys.
Yeah, other owners, other
older white
billionaires,
guys.
other shop
I
callers.
think everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If that's his opinion, fuck it. Stop letting the hoes fuck you up. Everything's
side piece
downfall
get
is
you
always
again.
hoes. Stop letting these, nigga, you can make $1 billion, but you let hoes crumble your whole fucking empire. You a simp ass nigga. I don't give a fuck if you a racist, if you a nigga that work at the gas station, whatever. Stop letting these hoes fuck you up.
But here's
No, he shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't even say that to her.
But
Yeah.
Keep that shit to yourself.
That's stupid.
I mean, hell, she black, half black.
And she knew he was racist before.
Yeah,
But y'all was
she was.
she knew he ain't like niggas.
She
But
the side
it
piece.
goes
She
to the
the
whole idea
money
of
bit.
the expectation of expecting you to get rid of your culture. Expecting you to turn coat on everything and everywhere that you came from.
But she probably
Yeah,
doesn't like
motherfucker.
niggas either.
Huh?
She
It's
knew
possible.
when they first started dating. She knew he don't like niggas, but he fucks with me because I'm pretty.
But she wants the
She
money.
used it against him because they were salty at each other and said, you know what, I'm gonna expose you and I'm gonna put this out here for the world. But she knew he ain't like niggas way before that. She wasn't being.
She was all about
pro-black
money,
or
though,
on
man.
that.
Her mission from the beginning was getting paper.
Yeah, it was
Right.
just
It was
getting money.
never to uplift her community or anything.
Everybody was getting paper, and so
But was
No.
she not now an employee not doing her job though?
what's that?
Was she not an employee not doing her job now? If that's
She wasn't employed. She wasn't an employee. She was a side piece.
Well, no, she was.
an
She was like a secretary.
Secretary.
Oh no.
She was. I'm not even saying. from
His
that
manager,
standpoint.
secretary, manager.
But she had embezzled a lot of money from the company, and I knew it had to be some bullshit behind it. He probably called her like, "Bitch, if you don't give me my money back, I'm gonna do this." And she was like, "Well, I'm gonna put the tape out." He was like,
Right.
"Put the tape out."
Maybe the tape-
Well, I'm
maybe
gonna
the
put the tape out.
Right.
He was like,
But
"Fuck,
here-
put the tape
but
out." She
here's
was
my-
like, "Bitch, I put the tape out."
Here's my problem.
Now, motherfucker.
The outrage from the NBA isn't because of it's a whole racial issue or anything. It's bad PR, and
Right.
it's affecting them doing business.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say that shit out loud.
Right.
But it's the same
That's
thing
all
like
it
the
is.
players. They tell the players they gotta act a certain way, so do the owners. So that's just what it is.
I'll be honest. I was
It's a brand.
I was a little disappointed at the players because
I was very disappointed with the players.
we know they always suck up
I wouldn't have
anyway.
played.
But my thing is this.
They could have shut the whole league down.
When we get into this, I would say it's not the players' job to stop their job. I would say it's the fans' job to boycott, not the players. That's their job.
What would they have really
But-
achieved? Boycott.
Hold on. It's the players too. Because if
Yeah, I think so, too.
if you at work and you in a hostile work environment, are you still going to perform your job?
What would that have achieved for them to just say, I'm not playing? That wouldn't have achieved.
And it wouldn't have hurt him none.
Well,
They got their paper for the
at the
year
end of the
already.
day, he's gonna be
It's not a
rich.
big
You
deal.
can't stop that.
Hold on. You're right. They got guaranteed contracts.
Guaranteed contract.
So I
You
would
don't have to play.
Right. I would have thought it would
But
have hurt.
what would it have achieved by not playing? I mean, at the end of the day, I can just
I don't want that
publicly say he a bitch ass nigga and
I
I'm going to work tonight.
don't want that owner to get paid.
But let's be real, right?
Cause he's still gonna get paid.
Let's be real.
If they win a championship, he's still gonna ring.
Plenty of
You don't
people,
deserve it.
plenty of people work for racist bosses.
Right. All day.
And they continue to go to work every fucking day.
But they don't say it.
Right,
But
but
some of
We
them.
don't know.
if you go to a restaurant per se, right, and the workers complaining about the boss being racist, but then the boss comes out and says, "I hate niggas." That worker needs to make their money.
Right,
But
at the end of the day, you
you
gotta
don't
get
need to
your
go
end.
back to that restaurant and support that company.
Oh.
And so my thing is, I get it. I don't say that the players should have or shouldn't have played. I say that the fans though.
But if
Black fans,
I feel that. I feel
if
that.
he says I don't want you bringing black people to my game, then fuck his ass. If nobody go.
Well, if I'm a union shop, which NBA,
It's a union
NFL
shop.
are union shops, I have no consequences. If I want to say, you know what, this is not fair, I'm gonna strike. There's no repercussions.
But we worked hard to get to the playoffs all year. I'm not about to just not play because he is.
But the playoffs ain't more important than calling you a
Right.
nigga.
Right.
That cannot be more important.
It's not gonna change anything by not playing.
I like-
other than we're not in the playoffs no more.
You hurt him. You hurt him financially. And then I like
They
what
can't
Lil-
hurt him financially.
I like what Lil Wayne.
They can't hurt him financially. Nobody can hurt. That's why it's no point. We can't do nothing but call him a bitch ass nigga. We can boycott the games. We can take this team from him. He's gonna be fucking rich no matter
He'll be
what.
richer after this. But
Right.
if
But he ain't
but
gonna. It don't.
it won't hurt.
They could took his.
it still hurts.
He gets the cash out, but
It still hurts because you have. I mean, it's on a big stage. So if you stop a production of a company this large for a day on the media and all these other scales, that does hurt.
But they hurt is different than our hurt. If
I'm
somebody
sure, of
takes
course.
$10,000 from me, I'm gonna cry.
But here's
You can take $100 million from him, and he's still gonna be fucking rich.
yeah, but the point is they still didn't stand up for themselves to me.
Right.
It's like they gonna be like, we can still do it because they ain't gonna stop playing.
What they gonna do? They hit.
Okay, but-
It don't. You have to
They
make
don't
a
have
statement
any
at some
power.
point. You have to do something.
What can they do?
Right.
Don't play.
That ain't gonna do shit.
I mean,
I'm still rich.
If y'all hear y'all boss make derogatory statements about black people, y'all gonna stop going to work?
Yeah,
I would.
I would.
I work at a union shop. So yes, I'm going to talk to.
But at the same time too, okay, you work with mental health, right?
Mhm.
You guys say you got a real close relationship with some of the people that you fuck with, and you just gonna not fuck with them too because of your boss.
Now they have to suffer
But you gotta
because
remember,
you didn't.
this-
No, it ain't just I'm going to just stop.
That's what I'm saying,
I have
like-
to go through some proceedings, but every intent for me is going to not to work.
Okay, but some of their it'd be different. Like if you're some that don't people don't hold anything to you. Some of these people really, some niggas live for the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and some of them care about their fans.
Mhm.
Some of them care about the sport. Some of them care about the spirit of competition. So I'm not gonna say it's the player's job to stop.
Hey.
I'm gonna say it's the fans' job. If you say you don't, because the statement was against the fans, ultimately, because he said,
Right.
"Don't bring black people to my game." Right? Okay. Yeah, he got black players. I get that. He makes his money off of black people. But the fans could at least have the self-respect to be like, fuck that motherfucker, I'm not going to his game.
I feel that.
You know?
But at the same time, he put them down, saying, "I give them what they have."
Right.
That's an indictment. That's an indictment on the. That's why I started off with. Is it true? Yes. So the thing, the players, Blake Griffin, CP3, got to understand is you need to own some shit.
Exactly.
That should be the ultimate
Right. I agree
learning
with
lesson.
that.
They should understand that
I agree with that
work
because
for
at the end of the
somebody.
day, it's about fucking
So I
power.
hope they took that out of
It's
it.
about power. And once you got a certain amount of power, it's
Right.
hard for motherfuckers to hurt you.
Exactly.
You can say you ain't gonna come to my shit today. Okay, that's fucked up. I lost some money today, but guess what? I'm still balling on y'all niggas.
So hopefully they learn it. I really hope they learn it. That's the first thing I thought. I hope they learn what he just said.
Definitely.
Hope they learn this lesson.
And
And they good, so they should make money for their skill because they are good. They NBA, I don't have no problem
the
with
thing that
that.
was
but-
bad for me with the whole thing is he dogged Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't dog Magic Johnson.
A lot of people were so mad about that.
Nigga, that's Magic Johnson. Nigga, why Magic Johnson? Dog like Allen Iverson or the nigga, it don't matter.
I love what Lil Wayne said. Lil Wayne said, it ain't no team in pride. And from that to come from him, I just love the statement that he made. He said some other stuff, just look it up on YouTube. And I was just really surprised that he spoke so intelligently and made so many good points about this whole issue.
But you know, I understand him doubting Magic Johnson. I don't agree with it either. But I get Magic Johnson is a much greater threat to him.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I say that's why I say you can't dog him
Yeah.
because he's
Because
the
Magic
nigga.
Johnson is a businessman.
He's a success story.
You know,
But
so
that-
but why did
even with the AIDS, he might get that
Right,
ass.
right.
He ain't got AIDS no more. Magic
Right.
bought himself out of HIV.
He's like, you know what? AIDS ain't so bad.
The whole shot at Magic was more he was insecure in the situation because basically his friends was like, your girl up there with Magic.
And it's a damn good chance Magic has really accomplished more from where he started.
So I had this question.
Right.
You think Magic set the shit up? You think Magic set the shit up?
I think, but you
I
know,
hope he did. I'll be nice.
You think Magic? You don't think Magic had the chance of setting that? I think he did.
I don't think
If she talked to Magic and said he a racist bitch, you like get that shit.
I don't
That was some spiteful shit.
Magic live in LA.
It was just some
Magic won a basketball team.
I don't think Magic.
Magic was the first
It
one
was
to come
just
out and say he won a
some
body.
spiteful
I would love to know he did.
That would be like kind of raw if you find out.
I think the NFL would have. I mean, the NBA would have more to gain by the setup. You think about it. This is a franchise for the last 20 years that has been inept. They have been the ones that now Sterling would not get them their own arena. They're sharing the Staples Center with the Lakers. They didn't have locker rooms a whole bunch of years. So now you look at it. Since I've been a child and probably even beyond, this has been the most.
Garbage.
No, this has been the most that this franchise has been worth.
Yeah.
So it's at its
They
highest.
garbage. They said their win-loss percentage is the worst in the last 30 years in sports.
So now,
Period.
That's
who
fucked up.
has they
Clippers?
this
These motherfuckers suck.
Clippers sucked for a long time.
So
They must have set that
well,
up.
he bought it for 12
I was just
million.
about to say, think about that.
So-
Donald Sterling might have set it up
Now
himself. Shit.
Sterling bought this team for 12 million. It's worth somewhere in the high billions now. They have star players. So now the market is so high. If they could get him up out the way, sell this team off, the NBA would probably make a lot of money off of the sale of this team right now.
He probably did it. They might have set this shit up. He might have set it up himself.
I just think
That's what I said. Donald Sterling set that shit up himself.
he been fucking around with a bitch.
I mean, just
like everybody else.
ultimately,
If it's one rule to be learned out of this
But-
and everything that motherfuckers be doing, is stop letting these hoes come in and fuck
but
you
do
up.
you think she really fucked him up though?
Yes.
How?
I mean, his legacy, period.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I mean, his
at the end
name,
of the day,
not his legacy, I don't think.
I think so. Once you get a certain amount of money,
We're talking about a country where you can kill black boys and sign autographs. So is his legacy fucked up by calling black people niggas? I mean,
yeah, because he didn't do anything heroic where even the white supremacist community is going to applaud him.
but they're not going. It's not going to shame his legacy either.
But I think
Yes, it will.
I think by him
Yes,
having it-
I don't think so.
He was about to get an NCAA Lifetime Achievement
This-
Award
this is
a week later before this
And
happened.
this is the second one.
You don't give a fuck about that NAACP.
I don't give a fuck about the NAACP.
He doesn't, but I mean that's a lifetime achievement award from a chapter from a major city.
Right,
So you
and
know
then-
what I'm saying that there in itself is
Nah.
actually not like
But
that.
that's
I'm not
just
saying that
fucking
that's everything, but at the same time though, it is like a nice. That's a nice piece to have like the
I think that's about the equivalency of Muhammad Ali getting not going into like the Hall of Fame in the '60s for not going to now.
Well,
Like,
But
it's
two
not
totally
a
different
shame to
things,
him,
though.
to his people.
No,
To
but
black
that-
people, there was no shame to Muhammad Ali because he didn't go to now. And to the white people, I don't think there's any shame to him. If you're a racist bigot and he does that the people that you care about, you know,
But
They don't give a fuck about
But the
that.
thing
But I
is,
think
that don't
that
hurt.
if I'm a let's say I'm an avid collector of something. Let's say I'm a hustler and I collect businesses. Having a sports franchise is a great piece of my portfolio. Not having that hurts me. Once you get rich, you value different things.
Right, because
And that's
you
one of
have
those things
money.
that you value is, nigga, I own the Clippers.
But what I'm saying is he could have set that up to sell the shit.
No,
If they just-
I think so. Hell yeah.
because at this point in time,
I think
no,
he's
but-
so wealthy. Like you said, money no longer even matters
Right.
because, and he's had money forever. He's 80 years old, so I do think that his legacy and his name matters at the end of the day. Now,
And the Clippers are actually a good team.
I don't think so.
Right.
No.
So they're worth like if he
And he
said
get the billion.
if he said they paid $12 million
I
for
don't give a
the
shit about no
Clippers,
legacy.
he doesn't have to do. He don't really need a stunt to sell it. The Clippers are worth way more than they were 2 years ago.
But does the stunt help the sale though?
I don't think so.
That's about-
now it's a
Yes, it
distress
does.
sale.
Yes, it does.
Now he's forced to sell. That doesn't.
And that's what helps the sale.
I don't think that
has
drives
to be
that
done.
value up. I think the fact that you got Chris Paul and Blake
Right.
Griffin and all that drives that price up.
Right, the value is the value.
Yeah, that conflict that doesn't drive that value up. The value was already higher. He didn't need a
Conflict
stunt.
always raises value though.
But he didn't need-
raise
I mean, look at the Dodgers.
It
Even when
raises
they were in the
views.
position, they were almost filing bankruptcy as a team,
Right,
and they
right,
still
right.
sold for $1 billion.
Right.
And you gotta
Right,
look,
that value was
you gotta
already
look
there.
at
I don't think
the
this would sell
demographics
for
of
no
that
more
team.
than it would have sold for.
The way derogatory black shit works. When blacks get derogatory shit, they go to it more, right? So I guarantee Clippers views and all that shit is going up from this. It's increasing the value. We not smart enough to fucking ridiculously. We don't have that self pride in the organization to say nobody watch the games, nobody go to the games. Instead, we do the opposite. We all watch the fucking game and we all go because we love being a part of some
Do you know what kind of story it'd be if they win the NBA championship? Do
First
you
of
understand
all-
what's gonna come?
First of all, they're not good enough to win.
Who
They're not
knows
gonna
what's
be
gonna happen?
LeBron James is gonna happen. That nigga at the house.
LeBron James ain't going nowhere.
Burners and
Shut up.
chilling and kicking it right now because they swept niggas.
They might not get past OKC.
They can't beat Miami. That's not gonna happen. But I do agree with you that even though it might not increase the value of the team as far as the sell of the team, for the rest of the time that he owns that motherfucker for this year, it's gonna increase the amount of
So why
money
not
that they get
set
right
it
now.
up?
Yeah, he's gonna get more money right now.
So it's very possible he could have just set that shit
But why
up.
set
I
it
don't
up
think
when
he
he was gonna
cares.
get that already?
It's gonna drive the value up.
I mean,
The more money you make, the more valuable your company is,
No,
right?
either
But
true,
it's
but
all-
either way.
I'm with
No,
you.
the more money you make, the more valuable your company is. That's the way it works.
Franchise,
Right.
LA.
You got the second LA franchise when the other one now is inept. You had Jerry Buss, and we know he was basically the king of LA at the time. He just
Right.
recently died last year.
Right.
They got a son, his son took over. He's an idiot. They can't control him. You have this other venue now where you can put the head here, and you got to look at the demographics. LA is a big market in basketball.
I think y'all are thinking that he cares about being perceived a certain way more than he really does.
I just don't see what I just don't think that
There's anything in the game?
when you look at the story, he just fucked up. It's just some fucked up shit
Yeah, he
happened.
was pill talking around the house. Like that shit was simple
The
as
chick
fuck.
embezzled money. He got salty at her. She said, "Well, fuck you too. I'm about to make you look bad, so I'm gonna put this out here because
And
y'all
keep your
suing
money.
me for that $1.4
But you
million
know what,
that I
though?
embezzled from y'all."
But you know what? My thing with the way the media operates right now, there ain't no such thing as a fucking leak.
Nope.
And for her to get to sell that tape means that tape was probably approved by his ass in the first place.
They said he had consented. Someone was telling me yesterday something about him consenting to the tape.
Ain't no
Well, not that tape.
leak.
They said
If
he recorded it so because he has dementia.
If it would have gotten like leaked to Facebook, that'd be one thing. But it was leaked to a
Major network.
major network. Ain't no such thing as leaks at his level.
Well, she
ain't
did shit.
Huh?
Fuck with his
But ain't
house.
shit coming out against him without his knowledge.
she
That is
had
the way
a
the media works.
I guarantee. She called that nigga and said, if you don't do this, I'm sending this shit to TMZ.
Something like that, yeah.
I guarantee she did that shit.
Because I mean, she had a $1.8 million lawsuit
Okay, I
against her
think she
from,
said that,
from her ex.
and I think he said, so what?
Yeah, and
I think
he called her-
TMZ
she tried to call her
said, hey,
up.
we got this tape.
He,
Do you
he
want us to
took
put
his
this
name out of the
motherfucker out?
lawsuit.
I don't think they would do. I don't think they did that. I think they paid her for the tape.
Yeah, they did. But what I'm saying is, he got the pull. So not.
Oh, you saying they might have called and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, nigga,
we got this tape.
you can pay for
Yeah.
us to silence this."
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
so
I feel
it's like
that.
I don't think it's an accident. I don't think he gives a fuck.
I think he's old as fuck,
Yeah.
and
It don't matter.
and
He
he's like,
has
well,
money.
Well,
It don't
fuck it.
matter.
That's why he don't give a shit about his legacy.
Yes, he don't give a shit.
Give a shit.
But they said like David Stern's been sweeping this under the rug with Donald Sterling for the past 20 years.
Because, and
Yeah.
the thing is, you don't have to sweep shit under the rug if a motherfucker cares about looking a certain type of way.
But I think he's too old to care now.
Yeah, but
before
for 20 years.
before it got swept under the rug because he gave a fuck.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, he didn't. He
Donald
never
Sterling gave a
because
fuck because of the brand.
Yeah, you never.
It ain't got
gave a
nothing to do
fuck.
with the Clippers. It got to do with the NBA.
Well, I believe that
He
he
can't
just
give a
couldn't
fuck
get rid of
if-
him because they're both attorneys, and he tried to get rid of him before, and he could not remove him because you got to also remember this dude was a very prominent lawyer. Also, that's how he made his money, and then he structured making investment deals afterwards. So I think David
Shit,
Stern
Donald
couldn't get
Sterling
rid
might have
of him.
set the shit up.
Yeah.
If he been trying to get rid of him for 20 years, he'd be
I
like,
mean,
hey, we can figure
but my
out how to
thing
get rid of
is-
his ass.
It's all money for Donald Sterling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all
It's
money.
all good for
the
him.
scandal makes more money. Everything, it's just all money. I don't think it was her. I don't think she's the mastermind behind
I
this
just
shit.
think he's old as
Straight
fuck
up.
now, and money ain't. And
Right.
he's not doing things strategically to make more money.
Right.
He just slipped and he fucked up.
I agree with that, but I don't think he
so.
cared about his legacy neither.
Yeah, but my thing is, I don't think he fucked up to the extent that he fucked up and the tape got leaked that he was unaware of. I think he fucked up. He still got made aware of the fucking tape.
I agree with
And
that.
he just
I agree
said,
with that,
I don't
though.
give a
Yeah, I
fuck.
agree with that.
And they
Give a fuck
might
about
have
that.
sat down and said, do we want to leak this tape? And they thought about the pros and the cons. Well, black people will give us more money if they find out we said some racist shit about them. So leak the fucking tape. Let's call it.
I think somebody
I don't think
else
it was
in the background
Oh my
probably said
God,
that.
I couldn't have stopped
I
this
think
shit from happening.
if he's an old ass nigga with dementia and cancer and all of this, I don't think he still has the mental capacity
yeah,
to even be
but
thinking
what I'm
all
saying
that.
is it's not a true leak.
Somebody else was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, let it leak."
Yeah, it's not a true leak. It ain't a real
I
fucking
think it's more like what you said earlier. I think it was more extortion.
right.
Because remember, he said, I wish I would have paid the bitch.
Yeah, right. He came out and said, "I wish I should have just paid that hoe off."
I wish I would have paid
Just
the
left the
bitch.
bitch
At
get
the
the
end of the
$1.8
day,
million.
that's all
It's
it is,
about
so.
niggas letting hoes fuck them up. And that's what he did. And I hate to keep dwelling on that, but when you look at history, that's what brings shit down. You can spend your whole life. I mean, I'm not saying that it's definitely not crumbling his empire, but it's not what he wanted to happen.
No,
Like he
he
said, I should have just paid the bitch off.
Because his team, you understand, these owners and stuff are multi-billionaires. This is almost a hobby to him. So he sat up here and
It's okay.
he rode and died with this team 20, 30 years. Finally, you finally get to the fucking mountaintop.
Right.
You finally get to the mountaintop, and then your whole world get crumbled. You won't even get to see if they get close to a
You
championship.
can't even come to the fucking game.
So you done rolled all these shitty years with this sorry ass
Right,
fucking team.
right.
You finally get to the mountaintop and you can't even cross it.
Right, and you can say, so what, he's still rich, but he's been rich forever. Who gives a fuck about being rich?
I don't think he gets to the mountaintop and then has an estate that costs him that. I think he gets to the mountaintop and this is his way of going out with the bang.
I don't think so. That's.
I do.
No, I disagree.
I don't know.
If he had a chance to pay her, why didn't he pay her then?
He fucked up.
If he
That's why
cared about the
I wish I
mountaintop-
would have paid her.
Yeah, I mean, he was tripping over a couple
He had time to think about that. If he cared about being on the mountaintop, why didn't he
This
pay
motherfucker
her?
is 80-something years old with
80,
dementia.
right. He ain't
You know
give a
what?
shit.
He's not thinking.
He don't give a shit. This could be his
He don't
wife
give a
pulling
shit.
strings, man. I mean, this could be.
It could be somebody else pulling strings, I agree with that.
Reagan,
But
Mrs.
to
Reagan.
say he's smart enough to plot
You
this
know
out and
what
all
I'm
of that ain't, nah.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think he gives a fuck. I don't think he's like, oh my God, I really wish. Because he had full control.
No, he gives a fuck. That's why he said he wish he would have just paid
I
her.
think that's the statement that he.
If I own an NBA team, that means I'm passionate about basketball. I love fucking basketball. That's why I bought
But
this
if you
team.
can't
anyway.
even understand
I don't
what's
like
happening in the
I don't
game
like
no more.
niggas, but I'm passionate about basketball. Now my team is in the playoffs and I can't even fucking come to the game. That's gonna hurt me.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurt. It has to hurt. You don't buy a team and you don't like the fucking basketball.
Yeah, but if you buy a team and you don't like the players, then how hard is it to not like the fucking?
He likes the players.
He likes
They black. He don't like the fucking.
No.
He likes
There were slave owners that liked
their
the
slave
nigga out there in the field.
Right.
That's my nigga.
They're cattle.
Right.
They're cattle.
But who cares? Who cares that much
That's
about
true.
seeing their cattle milk
I want to see.
and be?
Yeah, I want to see the fruits of my labor.
Right. I want to see. It's competitive amongst
fruits
the
of labor
owners.
is the money. Fruits of your labor is the money in your fucking bank.
But when you already rich,
conditioned.
when you $1 billion rich,
It don't. Right.
that's normal to you now.
You still-
now I just want to see my niggas beat your
Your
niggas.
niggas,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Cause I'm calling you after this over and be like, you see what my niggas did to your niggas.
My nigga better than your nigga. That's what they used to do.
Right. Remember that movie? It was a long time ago. It was a exploitation film. They had the niggas fighting each other.
I was about to say that.
Django.
No. It was another movie back in the day.
But it's still the same concept.
Same concept. I can't think of
Is
the
my
name.
niggas better than your niggas?
Right. My niggas can beat your niggas.
It's a higher form of it. We gonna pay them more money, but my niggas still better.
Exactly.
I truly don't think that the cares as much as he's.
I don't think you do neither.
I don't think it's
I
that
think
big
you
a
do.
fucking deal. He don't even remember his
Because, I
name
mean,
half the fucking time.
Because
He
it's
don't
still
really give a fuck
embarrassment.
about
It's
that shit.
embarrassment to your peers. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't
It ain't
I don't give a fuck.
No, I think it's embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing.
Well,
He just said my peers
I
don't
think-
like black people.
but even still, even if,
but I say this,
they don't want
though.
those views out there.
right, right, we don't. You was dumb enough. Even if me and Step have secret conversations all the time and say, I don't like white people. I don't like white people. I don't like white people. If he's dumb enough to let it slip out that he don't like white
You
people,
gonna turn your back.
I'm gonna call him and be like, hey nigga, why did you? What the fuck is you doing?
Right.
But even in slave times,
If this was
when
10
they
years
used to,
ago-
when they used to clean up their slaves when they had to go to different plantations because they didn't want to look like they slaves didn't eat, they wasn't clean, so they used to clean them.
Well,
They
yeah,
cleaned them,
If this
and washed them, and bathed them, and fed them, and made them fat before they sent them to another plantation.
If this
They
was
didn't
10
do that.
years ago, I would agree with y'all. But with the direction of racism and the way it's been elevating, and we've been constantly doing more and more to say we don't like blacks, I don't think the shit matters. I don't think his peers care. I mean, look at the movies we putting out.
No,
look at all the murders that's going on.
But I don't
Well,
think
it don't really matter.
I don't think that they care that he don't like black people.
I don't think they care that
They knew that he didn't like black people.
Right.
I just think that he fucked up because he was the one that was dumb enough to lose his fucking team.
Because he could fuck up the brand, right?
It fucks up
so
the business.
if all the players said we ain't playing,
But they know
Right.
that's what fuck up the brand. But they're not gonna do
It
that.
didn't happen. So
No, it ain't gonna
It
happen.
don't even matter if the fans show or not.
And they know
They
what-
still gonna play these games.
and I knew it wasn't never gonna happen. So what do you fuck? Ain't nothing fucking.
And that's why I said the players shouldn't have played.
But
Yeah,
I
but
agree
it-
with
but-
you.
All of them,
Right.
not just the
That's
Clippers.
true.
All of them.
Okay,
I don't
but
think that would have mattered though.
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would.
The only thing that matters is
that
I
would have
lost
mattered. But that
a piece of my collection.
happened.
Yeah,
I collect.
I agree with that.
And I lost a piece of my collection.
So what is the risk?
Right.
What is the loss? The shit never would have happened.
And I tell you what else it affects too. All his real money came from real estate in LA and New York. Prime real estate. So now, let's say a lot of your people that live in your real estate is black, Asian,
They're not gonna do shit.
They ain't gonna do
What you
shit.
mean? Because they already
They
sold
not.
like one of these spots in
Should
LA.
they?
They
There's no
already
pain.
did that.
There's no pain.
Yeah.
They like, nigga, my rent $30. I'm not moving.
But
But
it's prime real estate. This isn't
There's no
They
pain.
did it.
But he already, they said that he was, he had to pay out the biggest settlement ever
$2.5 million.
in a discrimination, in a real estate discrimination case. He already had to pay out the biggest thing ever. I think just on the hustle tip, if I'm one of his peers, I'm looking at him like, you a dumbass nigga. You're stupid. You had to pay out for this discrimination lawsuit. You lost your team. I don't like niggas just as much as you don't like niggas.
But I like
you're
money.
fucking stupid.
Right, I
And
like
you don't know
money.
how to keep that shit under wraps. And it keeps costing you pieces of your fucking business.
He also got sued by Elgin Baylor.
I don't think.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
He did.
No, you have to care. As a hustler, you're losing. To make that amount of money, you have to be competitive. You have to be competitive to make $1 billion.
But where he's at now,
It don't matter now.
It shit don't.
No, it don't matter now. It don't matter now. No, it doesn't matter now.
Who
It doesn't
would leave
matter
out in a
now.
shitstorm though?
But I mean,
Who would leave out in a shitstorm? I mean,
Exactly.
right.
He don't care.
another
That's the point we making.
It's
But
not
I
a
mean,
shit
but
storm.
the thing is, like UCLA, like the money he donated to them, they gave that shit right back.
Yeah, they did.
Like he was about to donate.
How does that hurt him? You gonna give me my $10 million back?
But
No, but the thing is,
Nah,
John's like,
you the dumbass billionaire. You're the
No,
stupid nigga.
Right. He don't care about no legacy.
It's like he
He
don't
don't
care.
care.
Like, he's about to have his
about that
name.
legacy.
Like you, if you paying $4 million to UCLA, they about to do something in the school like the
With your name on it.
Put your name on it.
Now your name can't be on there.
Yeah,
that
that-
you wanted your name to be on.
Right. When your
That matters.
I mean, see that bitch was getting paid very well, and he didn't pay her enough to keep her mouth
I mean, anytime
He didn't pay her anything. Is the
But
problem.
anytime you got a young chick
house.
fucking with an 80-year-old dude with
That
your
bitch
shit,
30 years
she's not
old.
there because he has good dick.
Like he be piping me down.
Yeah. Alright, she had to hold him in the fucking first place. This shit's
She got
surprising.
STNA.
He be giving me good.
That's it.
Look, on the table.
Right, she is not
Yeah.
Wiping my ass.
Hey, on the table. They had an open relationship on the table. He said on the table, you can fuck whoever you want to. You
Yeah.
can fuck black people. You can do it for Chinese people, whoever you want to fuck. He said, please just don't bring into my game. I think that the whole Magic Johnson thing was, man, we got this
Yeah, you
young,
might be fucking
big,
Magic
tall
Johnson.
black dude,
Successful.
successful. You up here flaunting him around. I'm an old nigga. I can't compete with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more of a
And I would have went all the way with that if he wouldn't have said the stuff about he said about the players about he give them all that stuff. I would have thought maybe it was just about he's scared
He was
that
just,
black guys
he was just
piping
saying
her down.
He was just saying that to say, cause she was pressing him like, so what, you don't like black guys? So you don't like, so she was up there begging. He was like, sure, they're okay. You know, like who buys them their car?
I mean, but he
Who
just
gives
got-
them
That's
their
why Magic Johnson
He
set
just-
this shit up. You see how that sounds? Listen to that. Listen to what you
This
said.
circle, Magic Johnson is the greatest threat.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You know,
he's
and
close
that's
to
all
that
that
level
is.
of.
You
Of
can't
what?
be fucking with that dude because he's real. Fuck
He
with a
owns
dumb-
shit.
Fuck with a dumb
The Dodgers
nigga
and
that I
Starbucks.
find.
Did you hear what he said though? He said in the other tape, he said, I believe in Darwinism and you know,
Right,
that and stuff.
Darwinism.
That's the founder of survival of the fittest.
Oh, Darwin.
And he was also saying that I don't have a problem with black people. They have a position in our state of
In
the
the
United
society,
States,
right.
in the
I
society.
mean, but there's nothing wrong with him
It
feeling
is.
that way. I don't agree with him.
No,
But
that's why-
if he feels that way, he feels that way. He's just dumb enough. He's just been dumb enough to just keep getting caught
My thing
expressing
is,
his feelings.
How dumb is it if it don't hurt you?
But it has hurt him in the past. When he got, I'm sure he didn't want to pay out
This little lawsuit.
Look, y'all-
also
but you
the
said-
biggest in the history of the whole country.
But you said
that's
he
just
rich
something
already.
you
It
know
don't
about.
matter.
But he keeps
So
getting
why would
caught.
he care about that?
But you still don't want to keep getting caught doing stupid
Some
shit.
people care more about standing
I don't
on what
agree.
they believe. Than,
But he wouldn't
just
take a
like just
stand.
like he said that we can fight this in court forever.
Right, but he
You
wouldn't
know
have said
what
that
I'm
he wished he would have paid her off if he was like, fucking I don't care.
But I'm saying,
He
I
obviously
don't
cares.
think that statement was real. I think that is all goes along with the whole. We need this scandal. This is. I mean, this scandal ultimately is great
But
for everybody.
For the media.
For everybody. This is a win for everybody.
It's not a win for the NBA.
I know.
Yes, it is.
It
It's
is.
not.
Yes, it is.
I think
What if Magic Johnson buy the team?
He
But
won't.
the thing is,
No, I think it's a win
Y'all-
for the
y'all
NBA.
missing
It's
the
a win
point.
for
I think it's a win. I think it's a win
And
for the
if we got to
NBA.
sacrifice
It's a win
one
for the
old
NBA.
senile
I don't think
motherfucker,
I don't think it's a win for him.
it may be a win for
Like,
the
like
NBA, but
It's only a money win for him.
But I agree completely with Steph said. He wants, by the time you get 80 years old and you're a fucking billionaire, I want to go down to Cleveland State and see a building that says the Terrence Myers School of Business.
I did this.
That's the type of shit I want now. That's just me stunting on you.
It's about quality
You
of life.
another billionaire, I'm shitting on you, nigga. I got 15 buildings downtown named after me. That's the type of shit we do now.
Right.
I'm shitting
Once I
on
can't do that anymore, then it's like fucked up.
Right.
That's why it's a loss to
Because
him, to me.
Because
at
he's
least.
living, he's living
still
that
can do that, by the way.
extravagant life.
They're not gonna name all that shit after him now.
Who?
In 2 years, if
He
he
just said- he
survives-
just
In a couple years, it's all gonna
If
blow
it's
over
so
and
long,
everything.
see, here's the thing.
I don't think
all
so.
of
Let me tell you why. Rodney Cooper was on videotape talking about he gonna kick all the niggas' ass in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
He got a contract extension.
They still not gonna name the arena after him.
After a while, they forget about it.
He's gonna have to pay.
That's
his
what
fee.
happens.
They didn't give a fuck.
They gonna take some money.
They-
Somebody gonna take some money and build some buildings for him.
Absolutely.
But,
No.
Believe
but
that.
the thing is,
Not to the magnitude
The
that they could have been
rule-
before.
but here,
They
the-
was about to give him a fucking NAACP image.
Let some hospital be struggling, and he offering money. They gonna take that money.
They gonna take the money, but it's
And they gonna
be
name that shit
stipulations
after
and
his
shit.
ass.
Rule of black
His money,
degradation.
his money don't hold the same weight that it used to.
But remember, the rule of black degradation is create a scandal, end the scandal, then be rewarded. It's just not gonna happen right now, but it will happen. He'll get when this shit is over. There's no fucking permanent. Nobody has long term. You can't name one person who's had a long term bad effect for doing shit to black people. So what makes you think that this shit is gonna really fuck him up long term? It
Listen.
hasn't happened one time in fucking
It's not gonna fuck him up.
But I give you another
He's just
example.
not gonna be the nigga that he wanted to be. I just see
In
his
a
legacy
couple
ain't gonna be the
years
same.
when this
I
shit is
guarantee.
over,
Yes, he will.
We
He
just
will.
we'll agree and disagree.
Here's
on
another
this,
example.
I agree.
Dogs.
2 years we gonna have the round table again where that nigga got 4 schools
Right.
named after him.
Motherfucking.
But he would have had 8.
Huh?
Who? He
Alright.
got his 4.
He would have had 8.
Motherfucking dog
At
and
the
bounty
end of
hunter was on tape calling people niggas don't like
He ain't
niggas.
been the same since.
He got his show back.
But he's not.
That's all that matters.
He's not at
He's
the
not the
same
same.
level where he was
Again,
at.
that's the difference between having 4 schools named after you and 8.
Right.
By the time we rich, I'm shitting on you. You another rich man. I got 8 schools. You only got 4. I'm winning.
Right. And that's how they think. It's competitive nature when you on that level.
You can't get to the level without being
He
competitive.
gonna be able to get that money away. I don't give a shit what
But
y'all
the other
say.
thing they're also saying
He
is
give it
he
to
has
me,
some
I
money to
wouldn't
actually
go
fight
for
in
that.
court for the NBA not to make him sell his team.
Right.
Like, so it's a different story now that you have billionaires fighting billionaires versus when the players went on strike, it was millionaires fighting billionaires. When you have true billionaires fighting, this is a whole different battle that we've really not seen publicly.
Exactly.
So
You
it's
never
gonna
see
be-
it public.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're
And what are they fighting over? And first of all, you ain't supposed to be talking because you over there. But what are they fighting over?
they're fighting right now.
They fighting over the brand.
They're fighting over
They
the
don't
brand,
wanna
but
get it-
they're
they don't
fighting.
wanna
He's
get it
That's all they fighting over.
He's
But,
fighting over
they
his
fighting
right.
over-
They ain't fighting over black people. They fighting over the brand.
He's not fighting over black people
No,
at
he
all.
fighting
That's-
not to release that team. That is accurate. He is fighting
Yes.
up not to get that team up.
He need to get that shit up.
But why don't he want to get a team up?
Because
You said his legacy is already fucked up. Why does he care?
It's status. It's a status.
Yeah.
He feels it's his.
But
he
you
sat
walking
there
around the
30
you
years
walking
with that
around
shitty ass
LA,
team.
is LA
And now,
Clippers on it?
when it's at its highest peak, you're gonna make me give up my team.
Right, I'm a baller, nigga. You got a Rolls Royce, that's cute, nigga. I got an NBA
Your
team.
team.
I have an
I am
NBA
wealthy.
team. That's status. I own a fucking team.
So you think he can hold his legacy even though the scandal if he keep the team?
He's
Well-
not keeping that team.
Yeah, they
I'm
gonna.
just saying if.
They gonna.
It's not possible.
Why is he fighting for it?
It's not possible.
Because
If his legacy is already fucked up,
Because
what
he
he fighting
wants
for
to
the team
hold on
for?
to that piece of his status.
Right.
That's not gonna happen though. Niggas like Mark Cuban calling him like, dog, you know you fucked up. You gotta sell the team.
fuck it.
My dude to buy it from you. You can still walk away with this
He give you $1
richer than
billion.
you were when you came in.
I have that already. I know money's not the problem. I'm a multi-billion. I've been in one for 30 years now.
And I agree, but you have to sell this shit now. Bitch ass
You
nigga.
fucking up my money.
Stop fucking with them hoes.
And it's gonna.
Stop chasing them hoes, Jesse.
And
You need to get these hoes on the
it's gonna go
contract.
like this.
Exactly.
You need to tell me.
Exactly.
I sat here
what I would do.
30
That's what I'm
years,
saying. She is an employee
crap.
going wrong.
and now this team is worth all of this. We are in the playoffs finally, and I got to get a team up.
Yup, close your fucking mouth. Close your fucking mouth. You shouldn't have did this
He's
shit.
not going.
He has to get a team up.
He
It's
shot
over.
that motherfucking Suge
I mean, he
Knight.
do gotta get that team up.
It's
I
over.
don't think it's no.
But I don't think he give a shit. I
I don't
don't.
think it's playing there.
At this point, he needs to work on not giving a shit. If he does give a shit, he needs to work on not
It's gonna
giving a
hurt
shit.
real bad.
All the stuff that Ed just talked about, that's what he needs to start
If this
focusing
dude got
on.
dementia, he ain't giving a fuck one way or the other. It's just straight up. Let's see something to bring the
Well, maybe
NBA,
maybe his
make a-
wife don't
bring
wanna
the
give
NBA
it
some
up.
more kudos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure his son is like, nigga, what the fuck did you do? I was supposed
That
to
was
be-
my team.
Right, what the fuck is you doing, Dad? Dad, what the fuck? I hate you, fucking Dad.
If
I
he
wouldn't even be
gives a
surprised
fuck-
if they let that happen though. Think about that.
Give it to his son.
Give it to his son.
No, they
No,
can't.
He
they're not-
just
they're
can't be allowed to go.
No, they're not letting any
Yeah, I think they're
family
gonna have to
members
take it out of
allowed.
their name.
No family members. They
No.
won't.
He might have put it in like his baby mama name or some shit.
Because his wife, his
The
wife,
other side piece.
her wife is part owner too, I believe.
Yeah, this-
He fucked it up.
Yeah, but if he fucked it up, then I still don't think she fucked it up. I think somebody decided to fuck him over. If
It was
he's
David
even-
Stern and
if
Mike
he's
Magic
even
Johnson. I
being
don't give a
fucked
shit
up.
what
I
y'all
see what
say.
you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like somebody else was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck it.
What? 'Cause what?
He fell into somebody's bad graces and they was like, you know
Yeah.
what?
He's the guy.
If she was baiting him like you
Let it go.
said,
He's
she
a
was
sucker.
baiting him.
Line.
It was for a reason.
Yeah.
Why was she baiting him to say this stuff?
And that tape wouldn't be released until it was okay by
Yeah, If they ran it past and was like, hey, you know we got this. You know, somebody with a mask in their voice that was like, hello. we got to take what you calling people niggas.
With your voice changer.
We're gonna let it
We
out.
got
You
this
know,
tape.
give us $1 million. And they was like, well, nigga, let it go in. You
Now, it'd be funny if they had that on tape.
You
We was blackmail him and this is what he said.
feeling froggy, nigga, lean.
Call me a nigga again. I had to sell the tape. Straight to TMZ,
I agree on that part. I agree on that part. All right, so
So my wrap up is I just hope the players learn something. I mean, all of them, over all teams, understand that who you playing for.
we talking
And
about
understand
25-year-old
on some shit.
motherfuckers that ain't did nothing but dribble the basketball since they was young.
I hope they learn something. That's all I'm
The
saying.
smart ones might have learned something, but the rest of the motherfuckers,
I hope black people learn something.
I feel that.
I hope the black people realize that these motherfuckers is owned. And you gotta create some type of self-reliability.
Especially if you just saw
Yeah.
how he treat the Clippers, the players, the Clippers who are millionaires,
He's sucking
like
them
ownership.
Like he
you
just
should
walking in
understand that you are
office
ownership
and
at
be
your
like,
job.
hey, little nigga.
Right.
He's a little millionaire. That's cute. Bitch, I got
I gave you $80 million. Understand? Y'all look up to them, but they still own. Don't
Right. He's still a nigga.
That's the thing.
But I like what Larry Johnson said. Did y'all see what Larry Johnson said?
Larry Johnson?
Yeah, he said we should start our own black league.
That's what be nice. That's what.
And that would be powerful.
Now they cut that off in the media real quick.
Yeah,
they
he
didn't
just
want
said
to
that.
discuss that.
Wow.
You got this. They're like just like on some Marcus Garvey shit back.
Of
in the
course
day.
they
Like,
did. He
went
got
and
this.
Like,
But you know-
talking like this nigga
They call
talking
him crazy, right?
Wow.
This
I didn't even know
crazy
that.
nigga right here.
One thing that surprises me that we didn't really talk about was the fact that black people are surprised.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think just by judging what everybody else right here said, I think the issue was never, for all of us, at least, it wasn't never like, oh my God.
Yeah.
We was just more on the ramifications of it.
Not Donald Sterling. He wouldn't say that.
Black people need to
Yes, you
realize
do.
that this is the motherfucker in charge, and this is the idea, the thought process of the motherfuckers in charge.
And if you ever need
You know?
a reality check, anytime you see a black news story, so and so got shot,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, just look at the comments on the news station's website.
Yeah.
all kinds of
It's a
niggas.
whole bunch of people like, the niggers are crazy, or the niggers did this.
that is
Hey, shoot him in the back.
That shows you how people really think.
That nigga crazy. Shot him in the
But they
back.
don't have to identify themselves.
But that is why when you say
And
his
that's
legacy
exactly
is
right.
ruined, I don't think it's as ruined as much as we are trying to say it is, because
You can still buy
that's
history.
the common thought process
Buy history.
right there. That's the common thought process right there. Fuck niggas. So
But even I think
anybody who comes out and says fuck niggas publicly, whether it was on accident or on purpose, is still a hero in a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, they gotta follow him. They gotta follow
when
him
you
like
think,
a
when you
motherfucker.
think when you think about most of the motherfuckers, the Riley Cooper shit was just it's just fucking unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
But most motherfuckers that have came out and it's come out that they don't like niggas, they've had to step down at something like Paula Dean and shit like that.
She can get her show back.
But the thing is, but the thing is, other people that didn't like niggas had to make her step down because it's the politically correct.
Right, it's just got to do with the brand. It's got to do with their money.
Right,
It
you
don't have
just can't say
nothing to do
this
with
publicly.
Right.
You cannot.
Bitch, are you stupid?
And look, did y'all also hear about the dude who was over that chapter in LA, the NAACP?
Yeah.
They made him step down.
Because he's a fucking idiot. Now he's fucking stupid. When you look at his history, you dumbass nigga, why is you giving him an award?
And this is the second time.
I slapped that nigga in real life. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking coon. He's a
You couldn't
coon.
sleep either, nigga.
Right.
But the thing is, our simple asses as black people is we don't never make any type of uproar about it. That's why they can feel so
We still
comfortable
wait on
making
people to
it.
protect us.
Right. Man, at the end of the day, he could probably write him a check, so it's okay that I know you don't like niggas.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Even let's go back to the Riley Cooper thing. Why didn't the Black Eagles players not play with him?
They should have beat his ass.
Why didn't they not play
They
with
really
him?
should have beat
They
his
was
ass.
giving him
And ousted
excuses.
him from the
Michael
team.
Vick like, oh no, I know that.
No, they
guy.
should have ousted that nigga from
No,
the team.
fuck
He
that.
should have been ousted.
Heck
He had the best year ever.
I beat his ass every time he walked into the locker room. I'ma beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but every
Every time.
every time somebody white do something to somebody black people jump up and protect.
Right.
And that's what Michael Vick did. No, I know him. I played with him for 2 years.
Yeah, that was stupid.
You don't. Obviously, you don't know him.
That was stupid.
Did he ever call you a nigga to your
When he
face?
went on his nigga rant, you get raped by a pack of niggas. What the fuck? Did we wolves now? No.
Mel Gibson, right? Packing niggas.
Packs.
Did Mel Gibson still in movies? Hell
I
yeah.
just want to make a
And black
comment.
people carry protect them
I want
Yeah.
to make a comment about Riley Cooper. Now, on that subject, I'm not gonna really say that they wasn't whooping his. Now we know the NFL locker room is a whole different animal. They could have went whooping his ass every day in that locker room. and we wouldn't.
He had
We
his
wouldn't
best
have
year
never knew.
ever though.
We wouldn't have never knew.
That motherfucker had a
If they were
breakout
whooping his
year,
ass, he would not. He
And
would,
Michael
he'd have
Vick,
been like
he
Jonathan
was trying
Martin.
to keep a job because you know
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
there from a heartbeat.
Yeah, they should have beat his ass.
That's another situation. Let's
Well,
not
yeah,
even get
so
on that
to wrap
Jonathan
it up,
Martin incognito shit.
We getting all over the place a little bit.
Sorry.
We gotta quit being bitch ass niggas for one.
Yeah.
Learn the lesson. Learn the lesson.
Yeah. And don't be shocked about this shit. This shit is,
Understand your
it's
position.
not a
man.
scandal. It's fucking common. It should be not common knowledge to you.
And understand this is a business before it's a social. This was all business.